Alright boys, I'm just going to do a quick little deck profile on Earth Machines because I posted a quick teaser on my TikTok and a lot of people seemed really interested. So I'm going to just give you the little quick card by card list, and then I'm going to post a combo tutorial in another video when I have more time. Machina Metal Cruncher, you can normal summon it without tribute and it lets you search any Earth Machine from the deck, but it's 1 out of 3 at random. So for the cards that you want to guarantee you get the search, you play at 3 in the deck, and that's kind of the way that this guy works. I'm playing 1 Machina Citadel and 1 Fortress. Honestly, I'm going to be editing this deck to go play at locals again tomorrow, and I'm throwing a second Fortress in there, but I'm showing card for card how it was on the TikTok video. So I'm playing 1 Fortress, 1 Citadel. These cards are crazy and very easy to recycle and gives this deck a lot of grinding and power. Citadel is basically Raigeki on your opponent's turn, so he can revive himself as well. That's what makes him the beefy boy that he is. 3 Machina Redeployment searches your Machina monsters, and if you discard a Machina card, you can search any Machina card. So that would include searching the trap card Machina Overdrive, which special summons from the deck. You can either special summon the Metal Cruncher, Fortress, or Citadel. Special summon the Metal Cruncher for the search, and you already have Citadel engraved. It will bring out Citadel as well, so you get a search and a Raigeki, which is super nice. Okay, so that's it for the Machina package. We are actually playing Machina cards, we're playing Infinitrack cards, and generic Earth Machine support. So getting into the Infinitrack stuff, 3 Infinitrack Harvester. This is another normal summon searcher. You can search any of the Infinitrack cards from your deck to your hand, which is beautiful. Infinitrack Trencher, it's basically a monster reborn for your Infinitrack cards when it's in the graveyard. Banish it, target one of your Infinitrack monsters, special it. That becomes super important when you have a card like Harvester in the grave. So on the next turn you can banish it, special this guy, get a search, link it off, and do your crazy combos. Playing 1 copy of Anchor Drill. On a normal or special summon, it special summons any Earth Machine from your hand, which can come up quite a bit honestly, but you don't want to have more than 1 because it only special summons from the hand, and this deck can brick sometimes. Playing 1 Tunneler. This card is Pot of Avarice in the graveyard. Banish it, target 5 Earth Machines, shuffle them back, and draw 2. Honestly, it's a very important combo piece, and it is required for this deck to do the things that it does the way that I built it. 3 BULLDOZE. The card that you almost wish you didn't have to play, but a card that you do have to play at 3. So you can special summon it from your hand. By the way, all of the level 5 Infinitrack monsters that you've seen so far can special summon themselves from the hand by tributing an Earth Machine monster. Then you get it out. You can special summon an Infinitrack card from the deck. Generally, I'm specialing out the Trencher from the deck, and then you overlay into the extra deck from there. It locks you into Earth Machines though, which is the reason why I say you almost wish you didn't have to play it, because you have awesome powerful machine monsters in your extra deck that are not Earth. Oh well, it is what it is. It gets your combo started turn 1. 3 Heavy Forward. It is a continuous spell searcher card that adds an Infinitrack to your hand, which is nice. The problem is that Ghost Ogre is really big right now in the format, and it's a continuous spell, so they have Ash and Ghost Ogre to stop you from using this. That's 12 starters between the Harvester, the Heavy Forward, the Machina Redeployment, as well as the Metal Cruncher. So we got a lot of starters. 1 Urgent Schedule. I saw a lot of people playing this at 2, but honestly, I don't really think that I'm that sold on it, because your opponent has to have more monsters than you do. Just a decent going second card. So I'm playing 3 level 10 trains. I'm playing Express Bullet Train and 2 Heavy Freight Derrick Crane. These cards can all special summon themselves out of your hand. This card basically gets you an add back from the graveyard of one of your Earth Machines to your hand, and these cards help you chain block because it's a effect that triggers when you normal or special summon an Earth Machine. So let's say you normal summon the Harvester, chain link 1 Harvester, chain link 2 Derrick Crane, chain blocks so that you get your search through, and then when this card is detached from an Xyz monster, it pops a card on your opponent's side of the field. This card makes no sense until you see the extra deck, but Ancient Gearbox, when it's searched from your deck or graveyard to your hand, you get to add a Earth Machine with 500 attack or defense from your deck to your hand. That is the Infinitrack Tunneler, the Trencher, as well as the Anchor Drill, are all the 3 targets for this card. There's a Link monster that searches it. Going first cards in Called by the Grave. It's important to let your combos pop off. And then I'm also playing a Crossout Designator package in this deck, along with a bunch of hand traps. The deck has been relatively inexpensive up to this point, so everything I'm about to show you, you can replace with generic trap cards and floodgates like Goes and Match. To keep the price down. But I'm playing 3 Crossout Designator. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it, but that's what we're at currently. And then a bunch of 2 ofs, 2 Nibirus, because this deck does not like Nibiru. Playing 2 Infinite Impermanence, so that's $15 each on the Nibiru's, $10 each on the Impermanence, then $30 each on the Ash Blossom. I think it's at like $10 right now for the Ghost Bell, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre, and 2 copies of Veiler. I think Veiler is the weakest of the targets. You know, not too many people are playing Veiler, so it's not a good cross-out designator target, really. A lot of decks don't lose to Veiler, so I think if we were to cut any of them or change any of them, Veiler is the one that I would change first. Now, let's get into the extra deck. Sorry if I'm going too fast, boys. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm just trying to get to bed soon, to be honest with you. 2 double-headed Anger Knuckles. This card is kind of a weird one at first. It's a Link 2 machine, and you can send any monster from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon a level 10 machine monster from your graveyard. A lot of times that's going to be the Bullet Train. So basically you dodge a pop on your opponent's turn by sending itself to the graveyard. Special out the Bullet Train. They will either have to go to battle or use another pop to get rid of it, and then you guarantee the add back of an Earth Machine in the end phase, and that's what makes it nice and spicy. This card is what makes the Ancient Gearbox nice, is the Ancient Gear Ballista, another Link 2 that just requires 2 Earth Machines. It lets you search the Gearbox from deck to hand, and then use the Gearbox to search one of the 3 targets I mentioned earlier to your hand. So that's 2 adds off of this one card. Then we're playing 3 Infinitrack Goliath. This card does a lot more than you would think. It's a lot more important than you would think if you're not familiar with the deck. So you can link off a non-link Infinitrack monster to the graveyard. So it's guaranteed that you can get any of your Infinitracks to the graveyard once you get started. And then also, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can attach it as material, any Xyz monster. And then it gains the ability to not be able to be destroyed by card effects, which is really nice. A super important card. Play 3 of that. Then River Stormer, this is what you go into with your Brutal Dozer. Searches any Earth Machine either to your hand or to the graveyard. I say most of the time I add it to my hand, but sometimes it makes sense to send it to the graveyard, so it's just nice that you have the ability to do both. Gaia Charger is a nice tech because all of the Infinitrack Xyz monsters can special summon themselves by attributing a Link monster, a Link Machine monster. So basically what you do is you have the Goliath out, you activate the River Stormer in the grave, tribute it, special summon, activate the effect to attach, and then you have a search that you could use, and if you don't use it, whatever, you just have more material, and then you can slap this Gaia Charger right on top. And we were playing Zeus in the deck, so you can see where I'm going with that. Very easy access to Zeus with materials as a follow-up. Dingirsu, you summon this with the Anchor Drill and the Gearbox. If you normal summon or special summon the Anchor Drill, get that Gearbox out of your hand to make a nice rank 8. Good for going second. Earth Slicer, rank 9, pop 2. Enter Blathmir, rank 9. It is wind, but you can banish a card from anywhere, which is nice. Then we have Gustav Max, burn for 2k, feeling nice. We have Super Dora, another rank 10, can make itself unaffected or one of your other cards unaffected by all other card effects. These 2 guys are both used to then rank up into Super Juggernaut Lieb, which is the main OTK engine that this deck has, because you can slap it on top of one of these guys, and then it can attack on your opponent's monsters equal to the number of materials plus 1 with 6,000 attack. So that closes games out very quickly. And last but not least, we have AA Zeus, who is pretty easy to get to this deck using the combo I showed earlier, or the Infinitrack Harvester, plus any of your level 10 trains. So that's the whole deck, boys. In the side deck, I'll just go over it super quickly. I have a 3rd copy of Nibiru, Infinite Impermanence, and Ash Blossom. I am also playing 3 Solemn Strike, 3 Solemn Judgment, 3 Dark Ruler No More, for when you think you're going second, and 3 Cosmic Cyclone. I'm going to edit this deck because I'm actually going to play locals tomorrow, but I think that I'm going to try to slide in Skill Drain, maybe either put it in the side deck for Solemn Strike, or put it in the main deck for something, maybe take out the Crossout Designators or the Effect Veiler, and see where that goes. And I also think that I will be playing a 2nd copy of Fortress. So that's Earth Machine, boys. I can post a 2nd video with more detailed combos because this deck has a lot of different lines it can take. So make sure you subscribe for more when you know that combo video is coming out, and join the Discord down below for a more detailed talk with me, and let me know what you thought of this deck list. I'll catch you next time. Sorry for the rush. Ask me any questions you might have in the comments below, and we got them.